The copywriter's art is to take the client brief and then analyze it and work upon it by breaking down into basics. That is, to see the fundamental view of the company as ordained by the company's bottom line, the profit line. That is, say, when you get the client's brief, it should not just be a single sentence or a storyline or a story idea. For the storyboard, that is discussion with the employees or colleagues of the company or colleagues of the advertising firm or company. Well, Alia, you knew to me that you're a copywriter, that's why I'm giving you this lowdown, that is info on the fact that about copywriting. Well, you have to question your client, the one who pays the moolah, and that is to say that uh, well, question him about the reason for market approval for the product. Why do you think your product is good, and how do you think we should promote it? They never ask that. For example, if it is a watch, well, why would the customer want to buy it? What do you think is the USP of the watch, the unique selling proposition? What do you think is the best design aspect of the watch? And how many people worked on the watch in creating the dial, in creating the machinery? And is it different to other watches or different watches? And is it state of the art? That is it 2-in-1 digital and analogous? What are the features of the watches that we can highlight and promote in the copy, in the advertising copy, and in the slogan when we encompass the product or the brand? Know everything about the product and then break it down into two aspects. One is the copy and one is the slogan. And the third aspect coming up now is the emblem or the graphic or the visuals. These three make up a written ad copy for magazines, for periodicals, for newspapers. For TV ads and radio ads is different. Once you have the client summary, the synopsis, and where the client brief is like the briefcase. The briefcase holds files, folders, information in terms of official paperwork, official uh, papers, that is daftaran, that's called in Hindi and Urdu. And the brief comes from briefcase. Brief is, well, the condensed form of interviewing your client to get the best ad copy from yourself, to evince it out of yourself, that is expresses from yourself. To be creative, you need ample moolah. Moolah here is dope, that is information on the client, so that you can build your copy around it. You do need inspiration to work on. You cannot work with zero fundamentals like I do. Well, then that's one aspect of it, and it almost covers the whole aspect of copywriting. Once you have uh, got the information of the client, talk to corporate communications of the company or the managing director, who can have on his panel with you the creators of the watch, that is co-creators or workers who worked on the watch. It has to be an exhaustive study because you have to have the best advertising output. You just can't just take one sentence to say this is a watch. It's called Triveni, and please promote this watch. Please write an advertisement for us, which you must chapo or which you must promote in the media. And it's not the media; it's in the market. Media would be one newspaper. Would it follow another newspaper in terms of the advertisement in the first newspaper? No. And that's how clients speak. I've come across them too when I worked with Trilok in Pune in Symbiosis, interning there. and that's about it. And my dear girl. So then, uh, what more do I say? That's just a client brief that you have. A brief is also a brief note, short note. That is note is here Yiddish. A short note, a brief but not short. Brief here is the landing, where the capsule that the client gives you not a medicine but encapsulated information in the form of a file or a dossier. Take press releases from them and take, but press is not technical types. Don't go to press conferences, they just don't work. Take a press release of the press for the press conferences, and product information detail, photographs of the product, sketches of the product, how the product came into being, into formation, those via media, that is vagaries, that is elements that went to it, and then examine them, went into it, in the making of it, the watch, and examine it. And then after examining, reading, going through, seeing the visuals, the sketches of the watches in half made sketch, full made sketch, where you do get to know how to grab the advert, like you said. I'm intuiting that. And then, let me say, if it's a watch called Triveni, I would first say change the name Triveni. It's a local name, it's an indigenous name, and who want to buy a watch called Triveni? If it's a gaslighter, might a sir, might a client, well then might a boy, might a sir, might a man, then maybe it'll sell like hotcakes. Why don't you call it, well, Pearl on Dew, or just Hue on Fire? Maybe it's a long thing to write on a dial. Uh, but you could have a small font, and if it's a lady's watch name, maybe it's a gent's watch, but here if I would be a girl, and the pearl aspect could be for a male watch, so you could have a combination of two. You can suggest more product analogy to the client, have another product to complement this, and be to the corporate, not to be adding to your budget to be exported into by us, but this is called marketing strategy and sales strategy for your optimum output of one watch belonging to another inclined to one. So how write you on fire? Uh, uh, if that is the case, well, one lettering after the other, one drop off to the next line, drop off to the next line. So this could be the case. Bhawana signing now, but not forever. With this dossier in the verbal way to you, my dear Alia, on copywriting. Bhawana Lamba signing now, but not forever. With loads of love to you, my dear girl.